Hello, everyone. I'm Tara Andrews, owner and CEO of Joyful Coaching, here with your 10-minute tutorial on how to leverage LinkedIn. We're talking about LinkedIn today because this is the state of play. There are more than 50,000 job boards online around the world, and LinkedIn has quickly become one of the most prominent job boards available. It originally started out as a way for professionals with one another, but it has become and cornered a market for employers and hiring specialists. Why? Because more than 200 million people worldwide use LinkedIn. And among those, 14,000 employers and professional recruiters are using LinkedIn to find the best talent. A recent poll of more than 1,800 professional recruiters found that almost 100% of them used LinkedIn as a way to identify talent. And employers and recruiters alike are spending upwards of $40,000 a year on LinkedIn. The way this is working is that instead of waiting for people to respond to a job announcement, employers and recruiters are going on LinkedIn and looking for the people that they're looking for. Employers and recruiters are also using LinkedIn as an informal reference. I can speak from experience as someone who's been responsible for screening candidates for first and second interviews. Whenever I see someone that I think looks interesting, I immediately go to LinkedIn to see if they have a LinkedIn account and to see if their LinkedIn account provides information that's not readily available on their cover letter and their resume. So the bottom line is that your LinkedIn account is now functioning as a super resume that is either working for you or working against you, even when you're sleeping. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, you need to get one. And if you do have a LinkedIn account, then you need to optimize it so that it is working for you, even when you're not looking for employment, career, or even business opportunities. So here are 5 tips to maximize your LinkedIn profile. Tip number 1, maximize your header. And for this particular tutorial, I'm going to use my own LinkedIn account just as a demonstration. The advice that I offer you, again, is very specific to me, my style, my background, as well as my reasons for being on LinkedIn and the kind of connections that I want to make. But you can sort of take the basics of what I'm going to say and apply it to your situation. So tip number 1, maximize your header. By maximize your header, I mean don't give your title. Your title does not truly tell what you do. In fact, your title can limit the value that you can bring to any particular organization. So instead of telling people what your title is, tell them the benefit that you bring. Tell them the results that you produce, or tell them specifically what value you can bring to them as individuals or as corporations. And so in my header, I let them know that I'm an executive leadership coach, that I'm an organizational development strategist, and that I'm a transformative speaker and trainer. So in that, what's the value or benefit that I bring? Well, first of all, I'm a strategist, not just a consultant, but I'm truly about making your organization better. I'm not just a speaker or a trainer, but in my speaking and my training, I truly look to transform your audience and the way they do their work for the benefit of the organization. And I'm not just an executive leadership developer. I'm a coach. I don't tell you what to do. I come alongside you to pull out the best of you. And so if you are a fundraiser or development director, don't say fundraiser or development director. Say something that truly talks about the benefit that you bring to the organization. So maximize your header. Next, you want to maximize your summary. There's a section in LinkedIn that allows you to sort of give an executive summary of everything else that's in your profile. And just as you would put a profile statement or maybe an objective statement at the top of your resume, you want to do that in LinkedIn. The benefit with LinkedIn, however, is that you have a lot more space to say a lot more. You're provided many, many, many more characters in that field than you would possibly put on a resume. And so you want to make sure that you use all of that space to summarize your work. And so as you can see here, I've summarized the work that I do as CEO of Joyful Coaching. I talk about who my target client is, and I even give them a smattering of what my results have been in the last quarter. I'm going to be updating this in a few days as we go into 2014. But this is a good way for you to sell yourself before the person looking at your profile gets any further than that. Third, you want to show off your work. Another thing that LinkedIn does that a paper or traditional resume or cover letter does not allow is that it lets you showcase your work. If you are a photographer, you can post examples of your portfolio work. If you are an author or a writer, you can post articles, editorials, books, reports, chapters that you've written. You can see here that I have 2 publications that I helped inform right there on my LinkedIn account. And again, the way LinkedIn is that it doesn't just allow you to state what the report is, but you actually upload it to your LinkedIn account. So if anyone is interested in looking at the photos, at the book, at the report, they can actually click on it and see your work. And so you're able to basically post writing samples and other examples of your work directly to LinkedIn. And again, that's a benefit, and you need to make sure that you are maximizing that benefit. Fourth, you want to get recommended. Again, most resumes and cover letters, you only provide so many references. Many employers ask for 3 to 4. If it's a major organization or a major position, they may ask for as many as 6. LinkedIn, you can put a lot more than 6 recommendations, and most importantly, you can put multiple recommendations for each position or job you've held or each business or company you've owned or helped lead. And so as you can see here, for the position that I was at the longest prior to opening my business, I have 4 recommendations. And this is the way recommendations work on LinkedIn. You simply ask someone to recommend you. Now, the caveat with LinkedIn is that the person also has to be on LinkedIn. Only people who are on LinkedIn can recommend you on LinkedIn. But you find people who you've worked with who are familiar with your work. You reach out to them. You send them an email. LinkedIn makes it very easy for you to request a recommendation. They respond to your request. And as soon as the recommendation is written, they send you back an email. You approve the recommendation, and it gets posted to your LinkedIn account. And a good way to get recommendations is to give recommendations. I've given twice as many recommendations as I've received, not looking to get something in return, but also because I understand the value of recommendations on your LinkedIn account, and I want to help my friends and my colleagues really put their best foot forward on LinkedIn. So make sure that you're getting recommended. Fifth, you want to make sure that you join LinkedIn groups. There are all kinds of professional groups that you can join in LinkedIn. And it doesn't matter what your industry or interest is. There's some group out there somewhere that is sharing great information that you want to be privy to. And so the way you do that is you go to your home page, you click under interest. Under interest is a drop-down menu, and there's a link there for groups. And so you can click on groups, and then a search field will come up, and you can punch in anything: health policy, fundraising, operations, engineering, foreclosure prevention, whatever you can possibly think of. You punch it into the field. I promise you there's a dozen groups, at least a dozen groups out there who are talking about and sharing critical, beneficial information for whatever it is you're interested in. And so you want to make sure that you're joining 2 or 3 quality groups. You want to pay attention to the traffic that the groups have, see if the conversation they're having is pertinent to you, and you want to join at least 2 or 3 groups to follow and not just glean from, but also contribute to. Remember, sow, then reap. Sow, then reap. And so those are just 5 quick tips on how you can optimize your LinkedIn account. And I just want to reiterate a special New Year's offer that I have right now for anyone who's looking to find a new job, advance in their current job, take their career to the next level. I'm offering a 2014 Career Power Pack. The Power Pack includes a 60-minute one-to-one consultation where I will basically grill and drill you on your current and past history to find and bring out those nuggets about you that are not being very articulated very well, on your resume and your cover letter. I'm going to take all of that wonderful information that I gleaned from you and pour it into a customizable killer cover letter as well as a customizable irresistible resume. And as a bonus, I'm also going to use that information to help you optimize your LinkedIn profile, help you get it set up if you don't already have one, and help you optimize it if you do. Normally, 60 minutes alone with me would cost $100 or more. But again, as a New Year's offer, and because I believe in you and whatever your career aspirations are, I'm offering this entire package for only $97, and this offer is good through December 20th, 2013. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you found value in this tutorial, and I wish you the best in your career search. If you ever need me or if you want to take advantage of the New Year's offer, you can contact me at info@joyfulcoaching.com. Have a good week.